Alert, the host has started broadcasting the meeting on YouTube.
Yeah, I've got no sound.
No one's saying anything. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
there was just nobody talking. I'm just awaiting.
The
Okay,
sound of silence.
okay, we are now live. I'm going to call the meeting to order. At this time, I'd like to remind council and municipal staff that this meeting is being live streamed to the public. All council meetings are also recorded. Recordings will be available to the public on the township's YouTube account. Physical attendance of the public at this meeting is restricted due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This meeting is held electronically under Bylaw 2020-70 to amend Procedural Bylaw 2018-117 pursuant to Section 238 of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended. We'll move to the adoption of the agenda. Due to the COVID-19 emergency, I would like to request council's indulgence to amend the agenda to have the addition of a delegation, which will be a statement by myself in regards to the Renfrew County and District Health Unit press release dated February 18th, 2021. If with that amendment, could I have someone move that the recommendation is that the special council meeting agenda for Friday, February 19th, 2021 be approved as amended. Moved by Councillor Wilmer, seconded by Councillor Poplinski. All those in favor? And that's carried. So I'll move directly to the presentation. Dear Madawaska Valley residents, businesses, and community, the Renfrew County and District Health Unit successfully advocated to the Government of Ontario to allow us to move back to the green category first as the current provincial lockdown is lifted. The Acting Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Robert Cushman, has stated that, quote, "This is a testimony to the hard work of the residents of Renfrew County District and their strict compliance with public health guidelines since the December 26th lockdown." Late yesterday, the Renfrew County and District Health Unit issued a press release identifying that there have been 27 cases of COVID-19 in the Barry's Bay area since January 1st. This is worrying, states Dr. Cushman, who goes on to say, while there is no obvious direct cause and effect link, and the spread has mostly been within families, we have to ask, why is this area not following the downward trend we see across the rest of Renfrew County District? The press release also notes that the Barry's Bay area has been the source of frequent complaints from local merchants about customers who do not comply with the mask and face covering requirements. Dr. Cushman expresses concerns about anti-mask demonstrations and post-secondary students not complying. He emphasizes that the last thing he wants to do is implement more stringent rules in the neighborhood of Barry's Bay. It is now nearly a year since the fight to flatten the curve and contain the spread of COVID-19 began. Throughout the pandemic, the Township of Madawaska Valley has been steadfast in its support of Dr. Cushman and the Renfrew County and District Health Unit. The municipality has repeatedly asked everyone to comply with provincial orders and follow the guidelines of public health. Not doing so jeopardizes the health of our essential workers, healthcare providers, families, seniors, and the economic viability of the local businesses we all depend on. To the vast majority of Madawaska Valley residents and visitors who are staying within their household bubbles, wearing masks, washing their hands, staying 6 feet apart, and limiting their exposure to others, you are putting the well-being of our entire society first, and we sincerely thank you. To anyone who, for medical reasons, can't wear a mask, please contact a friend or a volunteer group that is willing to pick up food and essentials for you while you stay safe at home. To anyone simply unwilling to follow the guidelines of public health, If you can't join the rest of society in wearing a mask, washing your hands, and staying 6 feet apart, then please stay home. To anti-mask protesters, please note that protests will not end this pandemic. COVID-19 doesn't care if you protest. Everyone who is following the guidelines of public health does care. If you can't join us, then please stay home. Let's all make sure the Barry's Bay area doesn't require stricter enforcement measures. We are all in this together. We all need to stay vigilant right now to protect the local economy and our community. Thank you. Today we have an in-camera session. I will just head to that because there's no other business on our agenda. The recommendation is that the meeting enter in-camera session to discuss matters pertaining to personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees. Advice that is subject to solicitor-client privilege, including communications necessary for that purpose. A trade secret or scientific, technical, commercial, financial, or labor relations information supplied in confidence to the municipality or local board, which, if disclosed, could reasonably be expected to prejudice significantly the competitive position or interfere significantly with the contractual or other negotiations of a person, group of persons, or organizations. Ontario Municipal Act 2001, Chapter 25, Section 239, 2B, F, and I. And number 1, Lakewood subdivision update tender, and we have Bill Instance with us. Could I get a mover, please? Moved by Councillor Wilmer, seconded by Councillor Schulist. All those in favor? And that's carried. Gwen, if you could